Cause when you move like that and them pants like that, it makes a blind man wanna see you. You're my chocolate cookie, baby, and you bring out the boogie in me.
Listen, all the girls get happy when they find that the boogie got tied. Yeah, like a sputter and a split, like a mess that won't catch on fire. Yeah, when you dance like that, in that dress like that, say you make me wanna jump out my tree. Say you're my hot cookie, baby, and you bring out the boogie in me. Yeah.
Let's go down to the lake, I can show you.
What you gonna show me, baby? What you gonna show me? Listen, we can sip some wine in a nice wooden canoe. Yeah.
Well, we could reel and rock, we can kick it slow.
Make me wanna jump out my tree.
Yeah, and you bring out the boogie.
No, I heard you see beach and you bring out the boogie. Yeah.
My chocolate, baby, and you bring out the boogie in me.
It was a Negro yard around the Negro house, in a Negro settlement that looked to the payroll of the G&G. But there was something happy about the place.
The front yard was parted from the front gate to the doorstep.
A mess of homey flowers, planted without a plan to bloom cheerfully, skillfully from the helter-skelter breeze.
The fence in the house were whitewashed. The porch and the steps scrubbed white.
It was a Saturday.
Everything was clean from the front gate to the pretty house.
Yard raked so that the strokes of the rake would make a pattern.
Fancy newspapers cutting fancy edges on the kitchen shelves.
Listen, the door stood open to the sunshine so that the first floor or the first room of the first floor could dry from after its weekly scoring places.
Missy May was bathing in her galvanized bathtub. In her bedroom, her dark brown skin glistens from the soap suds that skittered down from her wash rag. Her stiff young breasts
Thrust forward aggressively.
with combs whose tips had been lacquered in black.
She heard men's voices in the distance and glanced at the dollar clock on the dresser. I'm way behind today. Joe's going to get here before I get my clothes on if I don't make haste. She grabbed a clean meal sack in hand and dried hurriedly. But before she could tie her slippers, there came the sing of ringing metal on wood. 9 times.
Missy made grand with the lights. She had not seen the big, tall man come stumbling in the gate and creep up the walk, grinning happily at the joyful mischief he was about to commit.
But she knew it was her husband, throwing silver dollars for her to pick up and pile beside her plate. It was that way every Saturday afternoon.
The $9 hurled into the open door. He scurried to a hiding place behind a Cape Jasmine bush and waited.
Missy May promptly appeared at the door in mock alarm. Who that chucking money at my doorway? She left off the porch and began to search the shrubbery.
While she did this, the man darted to the china-berry tree.
She peeped under the porch and looked up and down the road. She spotted and gave chase. Ain't nobody gonna be chucking money at me and I don't do nothing.
He ran around the house, Missy May at his heels.
She overtook him at the kitchen door.
But before she closed the door after her,
She locked in with him in a rough and tumble.
The two were for a minute were at a furious match and fell in the female unity.
Shouting,
Laughing.
twisting, turning. Missy may trying hard, but not too hard to get wet.
Missy May, take your hand out of my pocket.
I ain't, Joe. Not unless you're gonna give me whatever it is good you got in your pocket. Time to go, Joe. Do when I tell you close.
Go on, tell Missy May. You pussy needles around here.
Let me get that paper sack out your pocket. I bet it's candy kisses.
Saints, woman ain't got no business in the man's clothes, no how. Go away, Missy May.
Missy gouged your way down with an upward jerk triumph. I got it. And his so candy kisses. I knew you had something good in your clothes for me. Now I gotta see what's in every pocket you got.
Joe smiled and let his wife go through all of his pockets and take all the things he had hidden there for her to find.
She bore out the chewing gum, the cake of sweet soap, and the pocket handkerchief.
As if she had wrested them away from him.
As if they both had not been brought for a friendly battle.
Whew! Honey, that play fight got me all fired up. Yes, indeed. You got some water in the kettle?
Your water's on the fire, and your cleaning things are laid across the bed. Go ahead and hurry up and dress so we can eat. I'm hungry.
Hungry? You ain't hungry, sugar? You're just a little empty. I'm the one with all the hunger. I could eat up camp meeting, backguard association, and drink during drive. And you be sure to have it on the table when I get out the tub.
Now don't you mess with my businessman. I'm a real wife, not one of those dressing reps. I may look like one, but if you burn me down, you're not going to get a thing but wife ashes.
Joe splashed in the bedroom, and Missy May fanned around in the kitchen. A fresh red and white check cloth laid across the table, a big pitcher of buttermilk beaded with pale drops of butter from the churn, hot fried mullet, crackling bread, ham hocks topped mound of string beans, new potatoes, and perched on the windowsill, a pole of spicy potato pudding.
Very little talk, wasn't it?
Except talk that's not.
But in reality, it belongs in it.
Honey, hope on your Sunday go to meeting things. We going down the road a little piece tonight.
Sure enough, Joe?
Yeah, sure enough. New man that come here from Chicago. Took a place opening up for an ice cream parlor. And being there's this real swell. I want you to be one of the first ladies. Go on there and have some sex.
Dude, Jesus, I didn't know nothing about it. Who the man that done it?
Mr. Otis D. Slim,
Memphis, Chicago, Jacksonville, Philadelphia, and so on.
You mean that heavyset man with his mouth full of gold teethers?
Yeah, this man. See him at?
I went down to the store to get a box of lye and I seen him.
Standing on the corner, talking to some of the men.
And I come on back, and while I was scrubbing the floor and scoring the steps,
He passed and tipped his hat.
and I thought, I ain't never seen him before.
Yeah, that man sure is up to date.
He got the finest clothes I've ever seen on a colored man's back.
Oh, he don't look no better in his clothes than you do in yours. He got a puzzle on him, and he's so chuckleheaded he's got a comb behind his neck.
He ain't supposed to better, honey. That's a corporation that may come like a rich white man. Shoot, wish I had it built on me like he got it.
All rich men's got some belly on.
Now, I seen the pictures of Henry Ford, and he's a spare-built man. And Rockefeller look like he ain't got but one gun on him. But Rockefeller, Henry Ford, and Slimmons, and all the rest they can be as many-gutted as they please. I'm satisfied with you just the way you is, baby. God took pattern after a pine tree and built you noble. He's a pretty still man, and if I know any way to take and make you prettier, I'd do it.
Honey, you just say that because you love me. But I know I can't hold no light to all these things. I ain't never been nowhere. I ain't got nothing but you.
Now, how you know that, Joe?
But a man told us so is so.
That don't make it so. His mouth cut crossways, ain't it? Well, he can lie just like anybody else.
Good Lord, Missy. Come on now. The man's got a $5 gold piece for a steak pan.
And a $10 gold piece for his watch.
And honey, his mouth is just crammed full of gold teeth. What make it so cool? He got money accumulated.
And the women's get it all too.
Well, I don't see what they see in him. I wonder when that the sheriff was after him.
He told us how the white women in Chicago done give him all that gold money.
So he don't allow nobody to touch it. Not even put their finger on it at all.
You can make moderation at it, baby. But don't touch it.
Well, why don't he stay up there where they so crazy about him then?
Well, I reckon they done make him vast rich. And he wants to travel some. He said he wouldn't leave him here to lick him.
He got more lady people crazy about him than you can shake a stick in.
Joe, I hate to see you so dumb. That straight nigga gonna come out here and tell y'all anything, and y'all believe it.
Honey, please go put on your clothes. This man talking about his pretty woman's. Well, I want someone to see mine.
Missy May went off to dress.
And Joe spent the time trying to make his stomach punch out.
When he found out that he was tall and his muscle stride himself, very ill with it.
Welcome to Otis D. Slimmons Ice Cream Parlor and Fun House. Come on in.
Wow. Hey, this is nice Slimmons.
Thank you.
Listen, let your hair down, baby, and have yourself a ball. Hey, let your hair down, baby, and have the natural ball. See, when you're not happy, it ain't no fun at all.
Yeah.
Say you can take it with you. That is one thing for sure. Yeah, you can take it with you. That's one thing for sure. Listen, there ain't nothing wrong with you that a T-bone shuffle can cure. Hey, say, have fun while you can. Fame is a noble thing. Yeah, have fun while you can. 'Cause fame's a noble thing. You can't tell what's wrong with me, 'cause I love to sing. Come on, let me hear what you got to say. Let your hair down, baby, and have a natural ball. Let your hair down, baby, and have a natural ball. 'Cause when you're not happy, it ain't no fun at all.
You can't take it with you. That's one thing for sure. No, you can't take it with you. That's one thing for sure. Oh, there's nothing wrong with you, baby. That a good T-bone shuffle can't kill.
All right.
Ooh, have fun while you can. Face an awful thing. Oh, have fun while you can. Face an awful thing. I can't tell you what might happen. That's why I love
Hey, let your hair down, baby. Let's have a natural ball. Let your hair down, baby. Let's have a natural ball. 'Cause when you're not happy, it ain't no fun at all.
Didn't I say old Otis was swell? Can't he talk Chicago talk? Wanna know what he told me as I pay for our ice cream?
I have to hand it to you, Joe. That wife of yours is just 38 and 2. Yes, sir, she's 40 shades.
Ain't he killing?
He'll do in case of a rush. But he sure has got a heap of gold on him. That's the first time I ever seen gold money. It looked good on him, sure enough, but it look a whole heap better on you.
Missy May, was you crazy? Where in the world would a poor man like me get gold money from?
Missy May was silent for
Missy
a minute.
May.
May was silent for a minute.
Us might find some going along the road sometime. Not us could.
right mind. We'll be losing gold money around here.
Now, you don't know what's been lost. Maybe way back in memorial times, somebody lost their gold money, and then if we was to find it, you could wear some. Without having no gang of women like that Slim and say he got.
Don't be so wishful thinking about me, honey. I assure you I'm satisfied just the way I is. So long as I'm your husband, I don't care about nothing else. I love all the other women in the world to be dead. And for you to have it too. Come on now. Let's go to bed and get Zai's nice rest.
It was a Saturday night once more before Joe could parade his wife around Slim's ice cream parlor.
He worked every night shift, and Saturday night was his only shift off.
Every other evening around 6 o'clock, he would leave for work, and dying dawn would see him rushing home around the lake.
It was the best part of life.
Going home to Missy May.
Whitewashed house,
Their mock battles on Saturday.
dinner and ice cream afterwards.
Church on Sunday nights when Missy May would outdress every woman in town.
Everything was right.
One night after 11, the G&G fertilizer was washed out by acid rain.
The foreman let out, but steam. Goddamn.
As Joe rounded the lake on his way home.
A lean moon rode the lake on a silver boat.
If anybody asked Joe about the moon on the lake, he made it seem like he ain't paid no attention.
But he saw it with his feelings. It made him yearn painfully for Missy May.
Missy May.
They had been married for more than a year now. They had money put away. They should be making feet for shoes. The little boy child would be about right.
Be about right.
He saw a dim light in the bedroom.
And decided to enter through the kitchen door.
Slowly, silently,
He put the dinner bucket on the table.
he bumped.
Into a pile of dishes.
Something crashed on the floor.
He heard his wife gab some fright. Comes to reassure her. It's just me, Joe, honey. Don't get scared.
He had time and plenty of energy.
It was a quick, large movement in the bedroom.
A rustle.
What's up?
Steady silence.
He struck a match. Threw himself on guard. Stepped over the door sill into the bedroom.
The great belt on a wheel of time flipped, and eternity stood still.
Robbers?
Murderers?
Someone attacking your helpless wife, perhaps?
And by the match, he could see it.
Man's legs, fighting with his precious and his frantic desire to get them on.
He's sitting there pleading for his life. Please, please, sir, don't kill me. 62 cents is all I had back at the store.
He was too weak to take action.
So he
He
just...
was assaulted in his weakness.
Like Samson after his haircut.
So all he could do was just open his mouth.
And laugh.
Slim's surprise, a counterattack.
But Joe's on. What's like a bad in the ring?
Simmons fell to
Get
his
into
feet.
your damn rag, Simmons, and that quick. You got him with his left hand, so you got him with his right.
Simmons fell into the kitchen door, and out the front door he went.
Joe found himself alone with Missy May. The golden watch charm was clutched in his left hand, and a bit of broken chain dangling between his fingers.
Missy May was sobbing.
Joe just stood and stood.
Wheels were weeping without words.
And felt without thinking. And without seeing with his natural eyes.
She kept on crying.
Joe kept on, feeling so much and not knowing what to do with all his feelings. Missy May, what's she crying for?
I love you so hard, and I know you don't love me no more.
You don't know these feelings. That yet, Missy May.
Oh, Joe, honey, he said he was going to give me that gold money. He just kept on after me.
Don't cry no more. I got your gold watch on for you. He put Simmons' watch on in his pants pocket and went to bed.
Joe went to bed that night, only on one bed rail for the rest of the night.
And Missy May's tears run dry.
The sun's tide crept on the shore of night and drowned all of the sorrow.
The water ran down here.
Missy May, with her face stiff in streaks, saw dawn come into her yard. It was day and nothing more. Joe wouldn't be coming home as usual. No need to fling open the front door and sweep off the porch, making it nice for Joe. No more breakfast to cook. No more washing and starching of Joe's jumper jackets and pants. No more nothing.
No more nothing.
So why get up? With this strange man in her bed, Missy May felt embarrassed to get up and get dressed. She decided that she would wait till he had gone to work, then she would pack her things and leave his house forever, beyond the reach of Joe's laughs and looks. But he never moved.
He never moved.
Red light turned yellow, then white.
Suddenly came a voice in between them from beyond no man's land.
A voice that yesterday used to have been Joe's.
Missy May, ain't you gonna fix me some breakfast?
She sprang up. Yeah, Joe, I didn't know he was hungry. No need to die today. Joe needed her for a few minutes, anyhow.
Soon there was a roaring cook fire on the stove.
Water bucket filled, 2 chickens killed.
Hot biscuits thrust into the oven and then onto the table so Joe could eat.
He ate with his eyes on his plate. Missy May, ain't you gonna eat your breakfast?
I don't choose none. I'll thank you.
His coffee cup was empty.
She sprang to refill it.
But on the table, when she turned back around, she found
The gold coin with the chain attached.
For the sun went up and the sun went down. For the sun went up and the sun went on down.
The sun, the hero of every day, the impersonal old man that shone as brightly on death as it did on birth, rose in the sky and set in a sea of fire every evening.
That's where the water ran down here.
birds, nests.
But there were no more Saturday runs.
No silver dollars to stack beside her plate.
No pockets to rifle.
Except the yellow coin in his pockets that hid in the cave of his pockets like a monster waiting to destroy him.
She often wondered once more if he still had it, but nothing could induce her to ask about it or even to wonder for herself.
And his shadow ran throughout the house.
She knew why she didn't leave Joe. She couldn't. She loved him too much. She didn't understand why Joe didn't leave her. He was polite, even kind at times, but aloof.
Another thought came clawing at her. For the sun went up and the sun went down. Yes, the sun went on up and the sun went on down. Joe came and returned home.
Complained. Pains in his back. He asked Missy May to rub him down with linen.
It had been 3 months since she touched his body, and it all felt so strange. But she rubbed him, grateful for the chance. And Missy exulted.
For the sun went on up, and the sun came on down. For the sun went on up, and the sun came on down.
Underneath her pillow the next day, she then found
The gold coin with the chain attached.
She picked it up with trembling and saw
It was no gold piece.
It was a gilded half-dime.
and a 4-bit watch charm.
Now she knew why Slemons had forbidden anyone to touch it.
he had trusted village eyes not to see that his stick pin was actually a gilded quarter.
At first, she was happy that her husband had left it there. Perhaps he was through with her punishment. They were man and wife again.
Then another thought came clawing at her.
He had come to buy from her as if she were any woman from the longhouse, as if to say he could pay as well as Lemons could. She left the coin there, packed her things, and left her husband's house. But on the way to the quarters, she ran into her husband's mother, and after a long talk, she went home. If she had not the substance of marriage, she had the outside show. Joe must leave her. She let him see she didn't want his old gold forbits too.
Joe came home from work one morning. He found Missy May chopping wood without saying a word. Joe grabbed the axe, chopped a huge pile of wood. Before he stopped, Missy May, you ain't got no business chopping wood and you know it.
How come? I've been chopping it so it'll last longest.
I ain't blind. You making feet for shoes.
Won't you be glad to have a little baby child, Joe?
You know that without asking me.
It's gonna be a boy child, the very spit of you.
And you reckon, Missy May.
Who else could it look like?
Joe said no.
But thrust his hand deep in his pockets and fingered something. Three minutes later, Missy May took to bed.
Hey, Ma. How did Missy May make out?
Oh, that gal, she's strong as an ox. She gonna have plenty more. We done sweetened her up with sugar and lard for the next one.
Joe's mother and the other people drank coffee around the kitchen fire.
You ain't asked about the baby, Joe. He sure is the spitting image of you. If you never have another one, that one there sure is yours. I'm mighty proud of you, son. I wasn't too fond of you marrying Missy May. Her mother used to fed her foot around right smart. And I thought she was gonna get Miss put on her road. Bless you, son.
Joe said nothing. He fought around the house till late in the day. Then, just before going to work, he asked his wife how she felt.
He did this every day during the week.
He went to Orlando to make his market.
They went to the candy store.
Hello, Joe. Ain't seen you in a long time.
No, sir. I ain't been here. Been around spots and places.
What's some of them molasses kisses you always buy?
Yes, sir, I do. What is it, Smith?
You got there, Joe. Mm-hmm. I'll be doggone it. Go put him for a bit piece. Where you get it, Joe?
Often some niggas come through Eatonville, making out his gold money, trying to fool old folks, trying to tow old folks buy some home.
How'd you get it, Joe? Did he fool you too?
Who, me? No, sir. He ain't fooled me none. Know what I done? I done hauled off. I done hauled off and knocked him down. Took his gold bits away from him. Miss him with them gold bits. I'm going to buy my wife some little Essence Kisses with it. Matter of fact, I want 50 cents worth of candy kisses there.
50 cents buy a mighty lot of candy kisses, Joe. Why don't you buy some, split it up and buy some chocolate bars too? They eat good too.
Oh, yes, sir, they do, but I want all that in candy kisses. I got a little boy child home now. Tain't a week old yet, but he can sure suck a sugar tip. Maybe get a candy kiss himself.
Joe took his candy and left the store. The store clerk went to the next customer. Sure wish I could be like them darkies. Back sometime.
Meanwhile, back in Eatonville.
Joe reached his own front door.
And the sound of singing metal against the door again. 15 times.
Missy May could have run, but she crept as quickly as she could. Joe Banks, I hear you chucking money at my door, and as soon as I get my strength back, I'm gonna fix you for that.